2-inch diagonal color touchscreen standard on Blazer, or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist. Take your pick. The choice is yours. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. With our High School Game Day today, we go to Glendale High School and visit with head baseball coach Julian. Coach Julian, hey, thanks so much for your time today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
3-2 on this season, and coming off of a 25-win campaign a year ago, a district championship. What did you kind of have to replace your lineup due to just graduation?
We replaced Brooks Kettering, our leadoff hitter last year. Did a lot for us, played solid defense. He was kind of the anchor on defense at shortstop. Pitched a little bit, closed a few games. Great teammate, great leader. DJ Cofield was a center fielder for us, hitting the 2-hole most of the year. Really good center fielder for us, handled the bat well, got on base a lot, could run, do some things like that. So I had him and Brooks at the top, was pretty potent 1-2. Our first baseman, Carter Lewis, graduated, went to Drury, but, kind of a coach on the field, had been a varsity starter for a couple of years. So, had him over there at first, and he kind of coached on the field, especially when we were at home, close to that first base dugout. He could relay a lot of information if, guys couldn't hear or anything like that. He did a really good job of that. Spencer Pottebaum, at times was our 1 and 2 pitcher, 1 or 2 pitcher. Got us some good innings, started a lot of big games for us, had a good senior season on the mound for us. And then Ryder Young, kind of a role player, got some spot starts here and there. Drew Raplogel, kind of a PO for us, but got a couple of starts and had some good outings. So replaced quite a bit, pitching staff wise, and, up the middle, shortstop, center fielder, first baseman, and kind of the heart of our lineup. So had some guys, returning that have some good varsity experience. We've had some good starts from some pitchers and some good outings from some pitchers that have been promising this year so far, but just kind of replacing, Spencer near the top of our rotation. And Caleb Julian has kind of he threw 21 innings for us last year, but he's kind of had some elbow issues over the off season and is kind of working his way back there. So hopefully we'll get him back soon and, give us another quality starter there. But, we've got some guys that returned, some guys that had some good JV seasons on the mound last year and at positions. But, as you know, that it's a whole different beast from JV baseball to varsity baseball.
Right. You look at just the 5 games here early in the season, 4 of them been 1-run games and 2 of them been extra inning games. Yeah. So not any time to relax. Kind of talk about your start.
Yeah, 3-2, went down to Springdale, opening day, Friday the 15th. Got a lead a few times, but just couldn't put them away, and they walked us off in the 7th inning. But, kind of trying to learn from that. We've got a pretty tough schedule. We tried to, schedule up the last few years. We're Class 6 now, so trying to play a tougher schedule, and, hopefully will get us ready for a tough Class 6 district.
As you look at that district with yourself, Joplin, Kickapoo, Nixa, Ozark Republic, there's no night off. Anybody could be the 1 seed in that district.
Yeah. Fortunately right now in the district, we're 2-0, got a good win, a 1-run ball game over Nixa. Got another 1-run win over Republic the other day. And have Kickapoo tonight, which is another tough district opponent. So yeah, that's seeding will be important, but, at the same time, whoever wins that district is going to have to win 3 tough games.
Looking at that district and the Ozark Conference here, kind of on the end of the Ozark Conference, this will be the last Ozark Conference season for you guys. To kind of handicap that a little bit, what do you know about some of the other teams, and who do you expect outside of Glendale to maybe challenge?
It's a tough conference, and always has been since we've been in it, and since I've been here at Glendale, it's been tough night in, night out, no matter really who you're playing. But Kickapoo's always solid. Lebanon has a good team. They've got a lot of returners. They got us last year towards the end of the year in a well-played game, 1-0 game. West Plains is off to a hot start. They had some injuries last year. They kind of handicapped them a little bit, but they've got those guys back, and they're pretty deep on the mound. They've got some pretty solid offensive guys. I think they're off to a 5 or 6-0 start. We were supposed to play them Tuesday, but got rained out. I'm probably missing some people. Camdenton is always good. They've run into some injury problems, unfortunately for them. But yeah, I mean, Parkview Hillcrest, they're well coached. They'll give you a challenge, and I don't know. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough conference, and we kind of try to take it 1 week at a time, and not look ahead, not look back, and just try to come out of each week with a winning record if we can.
Now you've got the red and blue tournament here, and actually starts today. The game with Kickapoo's not part of that, but you guys draw a Liberty North, a Lee Summit West, and an Oak Park. Tell us a little bit about the red and blue tournament, and who are the hosts. And I'm assuming that it's kind of similar to like the blue and gold.
Yep.
That's kind of where it got its name. And how long has it been around? And it's awful. I mean, you've got some outstanding teams coming in to participate.
Yeah, it was here before I got to Glendale. It's been around for a little while, but it seems like it's grown the last few years. And we've got, this year, like you said, it starts tonight at Hillcrest. Hillcrest and Aurora play, and then Republic plays Liberty North after that game at Hillcrest tonight at 5:30. And then it really gets going Friday, Saturday. We've got 43 games total. We run a JV side and a freshman side as well. There's not as many JV and freshman teams as varsity teams, but we get more local teams and stuff like that with the JV and freshman level. 6 host sites, all the Glendale or all the Springfield sites except Central, and Ozark and Nix are hosting some games. So yeah, I got some really good teams coming in. Liberty North and Liberty reached out last year. Heard good things about it. Kearney and Belton, some Kansas City schools have been coming down for the last several years and kind of spread the word up there to them. And so they're coming back. Obviously, they're really good, really talented. Liberty North is coming off a Class 6 state championship last year, and they've got several guys back, including Trey Snyder, who's committed to Tennessee and who's projected to go top 5 draft in June. Lee Summit West is really good. They're new this year. Drew Dickerson is kind of their standout player. He's committed to Oklahoma. He's another guy that's, mock draft as a top 5 round guy. Sebastian Norman for us, he's an Oklahoma State guy, and I'm sure it's a really good tournament. Nix is in it. They're really good. Ozark's really good. Belton comes down. They've got a Tennessee commit that's a sophomore, I believe, on the mound. Kearney's really good this year. They were good last year. They made a little run postseason-wise. And then us and Kickapoo, Webb City's in it. They're having a really hot start, and they're a pretty solid team. Trying not to leave anybody out again, but it should be a really good tournament. And, it's grown the last few years. And I kind of equate it to the blue and gold with a little more, not travel teams, but teams that are outside the area from Kansas City and that area.
Now, you guys you're Class 6 this year, as you mentioned, the District 6. Where will that be hosted, or has that been determined yet, or will it be at home sites or top or high seeds?
It has. It's going to be hosted at Kickapoo, their new turf, and hopefully that'll eliminate, some weather possibilities, and I'm sure they'll do a great job. They've got a great facility. We played there last weekend as part of the Willard tournament. They helped host that. So, it's going to be at Kickapoo. I believe the May 13th, 14th, and 16th is the schedule.
Well, outstanding. Well, Coach, as always, we greatly appreciate you being generous with your time, and we'll catch up with you at the Leadoff Club Monday at that Bambino's Italian Cafe here. Every Monday at 11:30, the food is ready, and coaches begin speaking around noon, and the college coaches have all been a part of it as well. But we look forward to seeing you there at Bambino's on Monday.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe.